Hello. 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 My name is Jennifer Creed-Boss and welcome to video 3 of our Essential Chemistry series that I'm doing. So if you are new, I share practices to expand in health and wealth and joy and teach others to do the same. And one of my main tools is essential oils. And this specific series is really getting into the science. And the reason why I am doing this, it's really selfishly for myself. I have wanted to dive into the science of essential oils for years. I've known basic science for many years, and I wanted to dive in deeper. And I just know myself, I'm quite ADD. It's difficult for me to sit and learn something for hours at a time. So what I'm doing is I'm reading very short chapters of an essential chemistry or essential oil chemistry handbook, and then making a little video on what I learned. And this is video 3. And if you want to find them, video 1 and 2, I have a YouTube playlist where everything is kept. So continuing on, what we're looking at today is something really cool called the little constituents, the little compounds that are found in essential oils. So essential oils are mixtures of organic compounds. They are volatile. Volatile means that they can change from a liquid to a gas state very easily. So this is why we can smell them so easily. And these little molecules, they can travel up our nasal passage right into the olfactory bulb, which is the part of our brain responsible for scent and for emotions. And this is why they are so profound at affecting how we feel. And the compounds that are inside at 1 drop of essential oil, the little compounds, also called constituents, are so small that there's actually 40 million trillion constituents in 1 drop of essential oil. I can't even tell you how many zeros that is. I think it's probably 40 and 9 zeros after, or maybe even 12 zeros. 40 million trillion. So that is a lot. These molecules are very, very, very small. And what's cool is that an essential oil can have between 1 and 1,000 different kinds of constituents. And constituents are words like, or they're compounds. So they have these very organic chemistry sounding words like chemazoline, cybanine, linyl acetate, limonene, things like this. So some of you might be visual learners, so I'll show you here. If you have, let's say this is 1 drop of birch versus 1 drop, I hope we can see this, versus 1 drop of spikenard, which are different kinds of oils. Well, birch only has 1 kind of compound in it called methyl salicylate, okay? So let's express that with like little X's, right? But there's probably about 40 million trillion of these little methyl salicylate compounds inside this 1 drop of birch, okay? However, spikenard has hundreds of different kinds of chemical compounds. So like you'll have some X's, you'll have some hearts. I'm really simplifying this. This would all be little molecules of like hydrogen and carbon atoms, little hearts, little stars, little number signs, little digits, letters. Okay, this is to represent over 1,000 different kind of constituents. Does it mean that spikenard is better than birch? No, it just means that it has a different chemical makeup, okay? So frankincense, for instance, has about 65. If this has 1,000 different chemical constituents, frankincense, that we all know and love, has about 65 different constituents, okay? A compound or a constituent has a unique structure, and it just means each different constituent has a different arrangement of chemical bonds. And it's different arrangements of these different elements that you would maybe see on like a periodic table that you probably remember from high school. Just to continue on with this example, if you have a drop of bergamot, I wouldn't have not made a good teacher because of my handwriting. There's 35 different compounds or constituents, but the main ones are limonene and lineal acetate. These are the main ones in bergamot. Limonene, Limonene, and lineal acetate, which is LinalYl, new word, Acetate. Okay. And then a drop of blue tansy has 50 different compounds, but the main one, so there might be like 50 different compounds inside of this blue tansy, but there's in those 40 million trillion constituents in the total drop, let's say like 80% of them are chemazoline, and another 19% is cybanine, and then the rest, remaining like 2% are a mixture of all different ones. Okay. So I gave it away, but the main constituents in blue tansy is chemazoline. That's the best word ever, chemazoline. And it is actually what gives blue tansy its indigo blue color. You can also find chemazoline in yarrow palm, which is also blue. And also cybanine. So if you really want to delve into what do these oils do, you want to get to know what's the main chemical constituent inside the drop of essential oil, and what are the main properties, what are the main studies that have been done on these specific compounds. And then you can really start to understand from a very scientific, rigorous point of view what these essential oils are doing to your body. And even cooler than that, I find cooler, is you can start to swap them out. So let's say I want chemazoline because I know it's calming and I know it's good for my skin. Okay, I don't know what every constituent does, but I do know that one because I've studied it. But let's say I don't have any blue tansy at home, but I do have yarrow palm, which I know also has chemazoline, and I want to feel calm and I want to help my skin. Well, I can use yarrow palm instead. So this is the really cool thing. It's like baking.